everyone, welcome to Top Video Gems. I'm Jay, and today we have finally made it to the final edition to the Halloween series review, where I have reviewed all of the past entries in the Halloween series up to Halloween Kills. You can check out those videos in the box here. Today, I'm going to be giving my spoiler-heavy review of Halloween Ends. That's probably going to go down as one of the most divisive films in the series. So if you haven't seen the film yet, I encourage you to stay off social media altogether. Go see the movie and come back so we can dish. Halloween Ends just released nationwide on October 14th, 2022, and debuting simultaneously on the Peacock streaming service. Directed by David Gordon Green, a first in the series to have a director return for the third time in a row as well. This October, it ends. Halloween Ends brings the film series to a close, at least for now, with concluding character stories, as well as a twist that shakes up the formula in the same vein as Season of the Witch and the Cursed Saga. In this story, Haddonfield seems to have gone down a darker path, allowing the horrific events that have plagued the town for 40 years to alter the way people behave, with crime rates increasing, resorting to purge-level manslaughter, viewing Michael Myers as a cause and inspiration, some believing he has become a martyr for true evil.
Michael doesn't use guns.
Corey Cunningham is introduced in the opening scene that is quite effective and gave me complete whiplash as I didn't know what events could be taking place. An unfortunate accident causes Corey Cunningham to kill the child he was babysitting, getting ostracized by the Haddonfield community in the process. Cue the title card! I just gotta say, this is my favorite title card of the new trilogy, as I don't know exactly what technology was used to create the growing pumpkin effect, but it gave me the aesthetics of A Nightmare Before Christmas stop motion, and it was magnificent, almost to the point of scary uncanny for how real it looked. The story is immediately visually separate from the last two entries, and also foreshadows a story that will subvert the viewer's expectations. Flash forward to 2022. 4 years after the 2018 massacre, Laurie and Allison have moved into a home together, trying to live a better life. Throw into the mix Laurie crossing paths with the babysitter Corey, who she rescues from being bullied. 80s vibes in full gear.
Do you want to do it? Or you want me to?
And Laurie inadvertently sets Allison up with Corey, and they hit it off immediately. Corey's bad reputation in town compels Allison to pursue him, relating to the feeling of being judged by others, as she was a survivor of 2018. She almost senses the danger, but leans into it. Corey ends up wrapping himself up in a conflict with a couple of high school punks, and they end up Chapter 2ing Corey, throwing him over the ledge. This is where the plot became clear for me, as Michael Myers is revealed to be living underground, in a sewer/gutter thing. Michael pulls Corey into the gutter and attempts to choke Corey to death, only to stop before murdering him, and seems to make a connection with Corey as Michael spares him, and Corey escapes. This sends Corey down the path of darkness, as he almost immediately begins to murder people senselessly, all while pulling a double life, still pulling Allison closer and closer, only showing her glimpses of what's really going on in his mind. Laurie immediately begins to suspect Corey could be sharing the same darkness that Michael had, after sensing the feeling of deja vu with Corey. Laurie tries to put a stop to Allison seeing Corey, who is showing more signs of being unhinged, but Allison rejects the allegations, becoming blind with love, and maybe something more deeply rooted. The story plays out like a true Laurie Strode concluding chapter, focusing on showing Laurie reflect on her life she's lived. Allison and Laurie had a lot of focus. Whether Corey seems to be moving the plot forward himself, the aftermath of the events in 1978 and 2018 has led both of them, Laurie and Allison, to face their own demons in this film, where Laurie has to still deal with the unresolved mayhem that the Haddonfield community still has to endure, since Michael was never brought to justice. And Allison, a now Haddonfield Memorial employed nurse, seems to continue to subject herself to the harsh treatment of men. What should be a total misfire on the Michael Myers 2018 story actually ends up being quite satisfying, in all its chaotic Technicolor fashion. Allison and Laurie both get to feel like actual characters this time around, unlike Halloween Kills. We do get to see both Strode women honor their loved ones, and most importantly Karen, which is what I really wanted to get explored here. I had a smile from ear to ear seeing Laurie get to flirt in the store with Hopkins, but also feel the weight of injustice when it's revealed that Sandra from Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills survived a brutal attack from Michael Myers, and all they can do is blame Laurie Strode for that horrific event, since Michael disappeared without a trace. Those moments in the film really weaved together a theme of grief and darkness, with the characters of Laurie and Corey dealing with similar treatment from the town, the psycho and the weirdo. The kills are about half the body count of Halloween Kills, but what it makes up for is quality over quantity, as all of the victims in this film are given their own moment with build-up and suspense, and then BAM! The payoff. For a film that's more character-focused, the film still amasses 15 kills. Michael only gets about 3 bona fide kills, leaving more of the rest at the hands of Corey. Corey Cunningham is given one of the most iconic and memorable kill scenes in the trilogy, and as a series as a whole, as he dispatches a group of bullies, and they're each given enough screen time to give it weight. I felt the story really did pay homage to Season of the Witch, where they wanted to introduce a new aspect to the Halloween story. And I felt with the help of the amazing performances from Jamie Lee Curtis, Andy Matichak, and newcomer Rohan Campbell, along with a John Carpenter score that captures some of his best works, like Christine, while being a cross between a M83 music video and the Lost Boys saxophone segment. The only one who is shortchanged here in this film is Michael himself, who is physically decomposing in real time, and I feel his motives at this point can be debated as it's not known for sure, but as it stands, it seems like Michael chose Corey to help continue his legacy, bringing terror to Haddonfield. Or maybe he was a random victim who just happened to get inspired by Michael, getting chewed up by the town of Haddonfield and everyone's negativity towards him, that he wanted to see everyone and everything burn.
Did you really think I'd kill myself?
By the end of the film, Michael is pulverized in a machine at the junkyard, doing exactly what should have been done a couple times now. With the help of Laurie, Allison, and all of Haddonfield, the boogeyman is put to bed for good. At least for now. I left the theater only engaging in questions the movie had left for me to answer, with so much of the story reflecting on how the traumatic events has left not just Laurie, but Allison, Corey, and all of the residents of Haddonfield, and how that can change you, psychologically and sociologically. Whether I agreed with the decisions made here or not, the story's ending does top H2O's ending as the most closed-ended ending there has been so far. But it also leaves you wondering, who else was touched by evil throughout the 45 years of reigning terror that Michael Myers had on the residents of Haddonfield, holding a striking similarity, but welcome parallel, to Stephen King's It novel, with similar violent thematic stories being told.
Find someone that can let go, that makes you want to rip off your shirt and show grief your fucking tits and say, you know what? Let's go.
Halloween Ends is a neon-tinted closing of the new trilogy, opting to introduce new themes and messages while giving the Strode story a satisfying ending, even if the boogeyman himself isn't giving quite the ending you would expect. 3.5 stars out of 5. 45 years and 13 movies strong, it has been one hell of a ride. The series will inevitably be rebooted and brought back to life, with me happy as hell in the theater on opening day, but for now, the series closes on a surprisingly philosophical note. And if you enjoyed this video, please drop a like if you can, subscribe. Thanks for dropping by Top Video Gems. I'm Jay. Happy Halloween, everyone.